Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be doing another review, and this time we're going to be taking a look at 3 action figures from Wave 4 of the Sonic the Hedgehog figure line from Jakks Pacific. Today we have Super Shadow, Classic Sonic, and Knuckles, because we did get another Tails, so this is, I believe, the 4th time we've gotten a Tails. And he didn't have an interesting accessory, so without any further ado, let's unbox these guys and let's get on with the review. Here are all 3 of the Jakks Sonic figures displayed and ready for reviewing. Alright, so I think the first figure we're going to look at is Super Shadow because he is quite disappointing. Although he actually is the figure I was hyped for the most, actually. So I'll go over the negatives first. So looking at his fur, it is supposed to be a little bit more of a lighter yellow color just to differentiate himself from Super Sonic, because you know, in the games, Shadow's a little bit lighter than Sonic, just in terms of his super form. So that's already a negative. And also, looking closely at the figure himself, he is just a repaint of the original Shadow figure. And let me just show you. And even the inhibitor rings are painted like, you know, the original figure, which is so disappointing, because I was looking forward to this Shadow figure. And the thing is, like, he was really hard to find at first, so, you know, that's another negative. And also he's the exact same in terms of being top heavy and hard to stand at times, but you know, I've gotten through it. And he's in Classic Sonic Fell too, so these guys really suck at standing. But hey, the Chaos Emerald that came with Super Shadow, top notch. Okay, so now let's move on to Knuckles, and looking at the figure, it's the exact same as the Wave 2 Knuckles. There's nothing different except for the paint being a little bit weird on the nose. Other than that, I'm just going to end up selling the duplicate because that's what I normally do with these guys. But I actually do keep the accessory, so that's just a little interesting fact about me. So let's look at the blue Chaos Emerald, and it's just as good as the green one and the red one. I'll just show you a little comparison with the red one. There you go. Both very nice accessories, and I appreciate Jakks for really putting a lot of cool things out with these figures, but I do wish they would release more original figures. Alright, now we move on to Classic Sonic. Alright, so here's Classic Sonic, and yes, I did say I was hyped for Super Shadow, but I was also pretty hyped for this guy because I wanted to see how Jakks Pacific would put their own spin on, you know, just their own design for Classic Sonic. And when I looked at it, you know, I just thought, well, I mean, it looks like the DJAY'S Classic Sonic. That's why I have him out on display, just for comparison. But first of all, I just want to acknowledge the fact that it's different from Mighty, from this line, which I really commend them for that. You know, Mighty's got a different hand, and he's got a different pose, different face, just different everything, you know? It's not the exact same thing, which is what I really appreciate about Jakks Pacific. They make sure that their characters are different, and while Super Shadow was kind of a step backwards, they are taking a step in the right direction, just making Classic Sonic. So let's compare him to the DJAY'S figure, but first let's look at the spring. This is the exact same as the Green Hill Zone one, except that it's the red spring instead of the yellow one. So that is just a little bit of a fun fact. It actually works. My yellow Green Hill Zone spring does not work, which is sad, but regardless, I think we should look at DJAY'S and Jakks Pacific comparatively. When I first looked at this guy in box, I was thinking to myself, well, it is just based on the DJAY'S figure, but no, it's its own thing. It does have the same head sculpt, it does have the same spikes, same ears, but when you look closely, the head sculpt at the bottom isn't as rounded as the DJAY'S figure, which is the first difference I noticed. And of course, Classic Sonic from DJAY'S does have elbow joints, while the Jakks Pacific one is trying to go for a more naturalistic and true to the character look without using elbow joints. And I like Jakks for that. And a lot of people don't like that, but I personally do. And when looking at their faces, their mouths are positioned on the opposite sides of the muzzle, and Classic Sonic has a toothy grin, which I find more charming in a way. And of course, DJAY'S Classic Sonic has that little, like, midsection sort of, like, divided for, like, a waist joint. And looking at the legs, DJAY'S does not have knee joints, while the Jakks Pacific figure does. And I think Jakks Pacific wins in that regard because, at least, if you make a stop motion, you can have a little bit more movement. which I think is fantastic. But yeah, you know, just looking at this guy, I think Jakks Pacific really did a good job, and I hope that with the Super Sonic figure they'll change it up, because I know that the shadow was disappointing. But so this is my original Tails. I just got him out because this is what you would get if you bought him with the Wave 4 set. He comes with Sonic Spring from Wave 1, and that's just boring and sad. So that is it for the review. Wave 4 wasn't my favorite, but I do appreciate what they were trying to go for, and I am excited to see what else they have to offer. So with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this review. Let me know what you think in the comments, and have a good day. Take care, guys.